Hello, welcome back. Today I am so excited to be filming because I did get my Colourpop and Twilight collection. I feel guilty having this, and if you're mad at me, I get it. But it was a struggle to purchase this, not gonna lie. This broke the internet. This broke Colourpop. This broke Ulta. Like, it continues to be some topic of discussion. And I want to talk about that, but I feel like I'm gonna save that for the end. But I did purchase the Colourpop and Twilight collection from Ulta. I purchased it the day at launch, and I knew what time it would launch because I know Ulta does their launches at 1 a.m. Sunday for Colourpop. That's how it's been. I knew what time this was going to be live, but what I didn't know is that Ulta was telling people about a different time. They were telling people like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern. And that's not what happened, so I can see why everyone was angry. I don't count on Ulta or Colourpop to do these things. It happened with Elf and Duncan as well, and people were so angry that they couldn't get that collection as well. So I learned my lesson from Elf and Duncan, and I learned that Ulta does their drops late at night for the most part. So that's just a one issue we had. And then on Colourpop's website, this sold out in minutes, and on Ulta's website it also sold out in minutes, even though no one knew the time that it was going to be live. It's just been wild. I feel like there's a lot of things you can make collections on, and I think Twilight's a really bad thing to make a collection on. There's like this big divide in the fandom of people who love this collection, think it's so well done, and people who don't love this collection and think that it wasn't well done at all. I am one of those people that think that this wasn't done well at all. And I will get into that, but I want to talk about all the details first and get into the collection first. So if you want to see all of that, then just keep on watching. So I purchased the full collection bundle from Ulta's website. I paid $99. Which I don't know why. The collection was also $99 on Colourpop's website, but you get an extra product in there. I feel ripped off somehow. I did have like a $5 coupon, so at least I got $5 off, but I still feel kind of played anyway. And I didn't notice that when I was like quickly buying it. I didn't notice that it didn't have it's like the Soul Body oil, and I really would have been interested in like using it just for the video, because like I could have just doused my body in it and then showered and like been fine. I didn't need it. I have other body oils I can just reminisce about that with, and I'm not gonna do that today because it's not the same. It rubbed me the wrong way as to why this was $99 on both Ulta and Colourpop, but it was missing a product on Ulta. I don't know. But let's get into everything that I did get in this collection. The first item I got in my collection was the Twilight eyeshadow palette. 15 moody blues, forest greens, and sparkling cool neutrals inspired by the iconic film. Matte metallic and matte sparkle and pearlescent glitter finishes. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch it yet, but my palette looks like it's been touched. Why? And why is the packaging always blue? It makes me look yellow. What I don't get about this palette is why would they make a palette about the filter of the movie when we literally bullied them into taking that filter off? You know, like, we didn't like the filter. We didn't want it there. That's why we bullied you into taking it off, right? Why would Colourpop do this? Why would they do this? This isn't fumbled. This is fumbled. The whole thing was fumbled. I watched Twilight in my deepest, darkest hours. It has a special place in my heart because I watch it in my deepest, darkest moments and hours. But like, I wanted more. I wanted more. When I saw the teaser photo, which, what the fuck about that teaser photo? Says this collection, because none of it for me says that photo. That photo was so pretty. I was like, Twilight instantly. And then we got all of this, and I was just like, the math ain't mathin'. I mean, it's a pretty cool tone palette, but like, if the Twilight theme was not into this wouldn't be something I would go out of my way fight some lady for, you know? Like, I don't see why this sold out in minutes. Like, I didn't think it would, which is why I didn't buy it on Colourpop, because I was just like, I'll be fine, like, no one's gonna like this. Like, obviously they just lazily like made it the blue filter in the movie, but everyone freaking it's because it's Twilight. Like, I don't know, this is beautiful. I love this. This is nice. I love the packaging. I think they always do the packaging very well. And then I was just like, I saw the inside and like this is what they were going for, but like no bro. Shades in the palette, we have Edward, Unconditionally, Prom Night, Immortal, Ice Cold, Say It Out Loud, The Cullens, Lion and Lamb, 17, Moonlit, Impossibly Fast, Bella, Irresistible, Irrevocably, Forever Young. Moving on, we have the Luxe lip oils. These do retail for $11 each. The first shade we have is Bells, which is described as a vampy blackened red. Here is the shade Bells. I don't really mind the lip oils from Colourpop. I just wish that this had more pigment. When you look at the reveal photo and you look at this, it's not really what that showed. I feel like that was a little like a marketing miss. Like, where's the red? Like, a red lip stain would have been beautiful to include, and Colourpop's lip stain formula, Chef's Kiss, would have been perfect for this. Where is it though? I don't know. Like, this has no pigment. Like, at least not enough to justify being in a vampire collection. Like, I need it to be darker, deeper. I feel like they could have done a matte lip would have been better than sheer lip oil. What are they doing over there? Colourpop? Hire me. I promise you, we can get shit done. The next shade we have is Team Edward. It is described as a deep, rich blue with silver pinpoints. These don't look good on their own. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. If you don't have any lip color and you decide you want to go out and wear a blue lip oil with some sparkle in it, you're not gonna get like a live look, you know? You're gonna get the I'm dead look. Why do I keep smelling it? It doesn't have a scent. It quite literally doesn't smell like anything. This has less pigment than fucking Bells. Damn. This one feels plumping. The other one didn't really feel plumping, but this one kind of does feel plumping. It is giving slight dead vibes, but this is meant to be worn on top of something. I already know that's how I would wear these shades. All of them, actually. I don't think any of these are shades that I would wear by themselves. I'm a huge fan of lip oils instead of gloss, because gloss is just more sticky. A lip oil is more like, it's lighter. I don't know. It's easier to throw on. Like, I don't know. I just prefer throwing a lip oil on top of my lip combos. And the last shade of lip oil we have is Team Jacob. It is a sheer black with silver pinpoints. This one's my favorite. I haven't even put it on. This one is my favorite. I haven't tried it yet, but I know this one's my favorite. I hear everyone bashing these lip oils, but I applaud Colourpop for doing something different. Instead of throwing in the clear, the pink, and like the red, like they did something different. And I really love black lip oil. I love my Blend Bunny black sugar lip oil. That one is so good. Now I have a version that has sparkle in it, and that's how I see it. I see it as now I have a version that has sparkle in it. Also, I think Edward would be super pretty on top of any lip combo. I just don't think these are meant to be worn alone. Also, the packaging is terrible. This packaging on this is awful. What is this? What is this? Because I think the collection Hot Topic did for Twilight was much better. All it says is Twilight on it. You could have put a werewolf on this. You could have put a werewolf on the cap, and like instead of putting the symbols on the boxes, why couldn't you put like the werewolf on the cap, right? The werewolf that's on this packaging could have been on the cap, and that would have been more Twilight-y with like maybe like a silhouette of trees. For Edward, like the Cullen symbol, that would have been so nice. And then for Bella, like her truck on her lip oil, that would have been so nice. But no, Colourpop decided, or Summit maybe, I don't know. They decided to like super plain it out, and I'm so disappointed that they did, because like I'm not keeping this box. I'm throwing this box away. So the fact that you went all out for the box and then the packaging on the inside is plain black is so disappointing, because now if I want to keep this as like a Twilight collection memorabilia, I have to keep the packaging. And like, I wish you just gave me a plain box maybe that says Twilight on it, and then the lip oil was more decorative. The next item I am pulling out are the Twilight Super Shock highlighters. These retail for $10 each. We have Vampire Skin, which I'm going to show you close-ups. Again, packaging, super plain, just black. Not even like sparkles on the pack. Nothing. There's nothing. What the heck? I'm so sad. All I get is Twilight and you can't even really see it from afar. Just looks like a regular Super Shock highlighter. And the last item, I'm not sure if I'm going to use these. I guess we'll see. We have the Colourpop graphic ink liners. These do retail for $10 each. And I will swatch these out, but I do have Vampire, which is described as a metallic vampire red. Coven, a rich black with sparkling silver pinpoints. And Forever, a metallic forest green with green pinpoints. But again, we have like the packaging not being what we want, because like these are gonna rub off. These letters on here, they're gonna rub off, and then like this is just a regular black eyeliner. After swatching, the green is just like watery and not as pigmented as the other shades, and that's the one I was like most excited about, the green one. Like it has chunks. It has chunks in it, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids and we can get started with the palette. I'm gonna do 2 eye looks. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. It's not really much you can do besides blue and green and maybe like 1 neutral. Let's go into this shade called 17, which for some reason is a pale matte cool toned green, and I'm just gonna pack this shade on my crease right in that center, and I'm gonna move outward because I want to leave the inside kind of a little lighter than the rest. I'm just gonna take a fluffy blending brush and I'm just gonna blend this out. I'm gonna take that same blending brush and I'm gonna dip into this shade called Say It Out Loud, and I'm gonna add that towards the inner portion just so I have something to blend that green out. It's giving very ashy though, kind of looks gray still. I'm gonna go in with the shade Impossibly Fast. It looks like someone dipped their finger into it. I'm going to start to deepen this look out, which isn't really deepening it up that much. I'm gonna take the matte with shimmer on the bottom called Forever Young, and I'm gonna use this to deepen up this look even more because like the green isn't really doing enough for me. I'm gonna go back into that shade called 17 to blend this out. I'm gonna take some NYX glitter primer. I'm gonna put that all over the center of my lid, touching that black just a little bit. I'm gonna take this shade called Lion and Lamb. This shade is actually a duochrome. It shifts from black to green or from like blue to green. I'm gonna add this to the center of my lid. It's very pretty. The next shade I want to take is called Prom Night here at the top, and I think I'm just gonna add that towards the inner corner, unfortunately, because like none of these shades work good with a brush. It's actually stunning, but I don't know, I want more like sparkle. I'm gonna take this shade called Moonlit, and I'm just gonna take a little bit and I'm gonna put that in between that silver and the green just so it can blend the slightest bit better. I'm gonna take this shade Edward and I'm just gonna dab it over top of the entire look. I think this is a pressed glitter. That definitely added more dimension. I mean, the shade Edward is pretty. It's so glittery. I don't know if I want all of that. Like, that's a lot. That is over top of glitter primer, so like that looks really opaque. And like I'm fine with just a little dab. I don't need all of that glitter. Glitter is dangerous. Just to use it, I think I want to take the shade Coven and I want to like lightly line my top lash line. Hopefully this works. Like I want to use that red, I just don't know how I would use that. But it worked nice. Should I make like a little wing? I don't know. I didn't really want a wing, but like we can do one just for the sake of doing one. And I mean, that was like the quickest wing I've ever done. I'm gonna pop on a lash and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and here is look number 1 completed. I'm so excited to prime my eye and get started on look number 2. Alrighty, I have primed my eye and let's get started on look number 2. Now I want to find some way of using that red eyeliner, so I'm gonna start with the shade called Say It Out Loud. This shade is going all over my crease. I'm gonna switch brushes to a more fluffy brush and I'm just gonna sweep this all over my crease. The next shade I'm going to take is called Bella and I am packing the shade right on the end, going into the crease. I think I want to take the black in this palette and I'm kind of scared because I'm gonna take this all over my lid. I guess we're going for a smoky eye now. I'm going back into that first shade called Say It Out Loud and I'm gonna use that to kind of like blend the edges of this look out. I'm gonna dip into the shade Immortal in this palette lightly. I think this is another pressed glitter. So I'm just gonna tap this over and kind of like lightly make it sparkle. I know pressed glitters aren't everyone's favorite and they're not mine either. I don't like matte looks and I like the extra sparkle that the glitters in the palettes add, so that's why it's definitely prettier with the glitter. I definitely like it better with the glitter. I'm gonna take the liquid liner in the shade Vampire. This is the Graphic Inks and I'm so scared. I want to do like a thick red liner so like you can see it. I just don't know if it's gonna like work. Can't even tell really from afar, so like I don't know, I feel like it defeats the whole purpose of the red. I don't really know what the point there was. I don't know. We're gonna test the wing out. I don't know, I'm scared. I don't know, I feel like it's taking off product. Now it's like all gloppy, but it's there. I mean, I did the wing, it's there, but I don't feel it. I definitely feel it there. I don't know how I feel about these liquid things. If anything, it made me like ruin my own looks. I'm gonna go and pop on my lash and I will be right back. Alrighty, here's look number 2. I am sad you can't really see the liner color or focus on it either way. It looks the same. Let's get into these highlighters now. I'm gonna take the shade Vampire Skin first. And I think we need a brush for this. Okay. I don't see nothing happening. I've seen people put this on and it's been like in your face and I'm here like, where's that? I really like with my finger. Nothing out of the ordinary. The color is not like special to me in any way. It doesn't do anything for me. Like it's not screaming Edward, it's not screaming Skin of a Killer, it's not screaming anything. It's not even screaming Vampire Skin to me because it doesn't look like Vampire Skin. That looks like a regular highlighter and it's giving me a cast. It's a no from me, dog. You can totally see that. That looks so strange. You can see like a weird... I'm gonna try the shade Meadow on this side. I think this one's gonna be much prettier because it is more like purpley. I got no idea what this has to do with vampires and Twilight, but I much prefer this one. I think it looks better. I didn't think I'd say this, but the shade Meadow is winning in the highlighter department. I will add a little with my finger just to see, but I think this one is much prettier and much more wearable than this one. Don't ask. I don't really know. I'm also going to take Meadow and I'm going to highlight this eye. You don't need to press really hard into these because they are like soft. They're like super shock, so like your brush is gonna ruin the pan. But I really like this purple one. This one's really pretty. It has nothing to do with Twilight to me, but it's pretty. And purple is my favorite, so I'm not complaining. That's really nice. This one on the other hand though, I don't know. I didn't vibe with the Vampire Skin. I am just gonna put it on my other eye because I have nothing else. I really like it as an inner corner highlight, but I feel like that's all you can use it for because it is so white and bright that it gives a cast even no matter how light. I went in pretty light with it and you can still see a white cast, so I don't know. I'm gonna line my lips with something. Let's use the Frosted Flakes from Glamlight. I got this in my foodie box. Really nice color. I really like it and it looks good every time. Like it goes with a lot. For lipstick, I've been loving using e.l.f. Dirty Talk again, and you can just tell. I don't know whether to go in with Team Edward or Team Jacob. I think I'm gonna go in with Team Jacob, and that's why I like the black lip oil, because it kind of just darkens it just a little, but it looks so good. I love it. So what are my thoughts on the Colourpop X Twilight collection? Let's start with my least favorites. The graphic inks liners. I think these are a huge skip. I don't think these are something you need from this collection, especially the shade Forever. Like, this one just didn't want to show up. It was very liquidy, watery, like it didn't mix well. I don't know what's wrong with it, but like the other shades, great, they work fine. It's just not a product that I'm into, and it's not a product that screams Twilight to me, which is why I feel like it's something you can totally skip on. But this one just didn't want to work. The green, it was just liquid, like too watery. It didn't have any pigment, and then I shook it. It was a little better, but then I got chunky, so I don't know what's going on there. I liked the shade Coven and Vampire, but the shade Forever just was a miss. And then I have the Super Shock highlighters. I have the shade Meadow and the shade Vampire Skin. Meadow was a better formula for me. I don't know. This one seems like if you go ham with this, you're ruined. Like, your makeup is ruined, everything's ruined. If you are deeper than me, this is gonna look really weird on you because it will have some kind of cast. I don't know. I feel like this could have been more sheer. I don't know. This one's more sheer. It's just like a duochrome purple sheer type of vibe. This has like a white base to it for some reason, and it just isn't working on me, yet alone someone who's deeper than me. And I feel like that's a large margin of people that already can't use one of these. And I feel like for these tones, I feel like we could have gotten a different color of highlighter. The lip oils, I like the lip oils. Do I think they scream Twilight to me? No, I don't. I like the colors that they chose for the lip oils. I wish they had more pigment. I wish maybe they had like a scent to it, or I don't know. I feel like a lip stain in this collection would have been the icing on the cake, especially because the promo photo shows like red lips. And I was expecting like red lips because I saw that photo and I was like, Twilight, it's a Twilight collection. I know it. And then like they revealed it and I was just like, where's the red lippy? It's not here. They literally used this with like some other product to make it look more red. And I'm like, why didn't you just come out with like an actual lip product that was red? It just needed to be one. Because like, I'm fine with the lip oils. Leave the lip oils. But I needed that something else to make me not want to wear a nude lip, but like I need that like push forward sometimes, and I feel like Colourpop was just like, we're going safe. And then we have a palette. I don't want to roast Colourpop, but what the heck is this? This could have been so beautiful, so cool. I felt like it was missing a red. Like each time I used it, I was like, I need a red, I need a red, I need a red, I need some type of warm tone. This is too cool. This is way too cool. And I just realized that I didn't do any lower lash line eyeshadow, but like I don't even mind because like it's not really going to change my mind. At the end of the day, I knew Colourpop wasn't going to deliver on this the way I wanted them to. We hated this blue filter collectively, right? Like it's not just me and my boyfriend and like my whole family who hated it. Like it's just like everyone, right? I just don't understand why Colourpop would make a whole palette about it. Excluding a whole other section of people. They're so pale, it's so light. Deeper skin tones can't use this. They just can't use this. It'll look bad on them. They could have done so much with this. Where's the red for the truck? Where are the vibrant greens? Like, where's that warm tone amber? Like, we've been screaming at them. I know. I'm hoping they got New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn, like, all lined up for their sake. Because if they don't, and this is all we're getting, I bought it because I love Twilight. I bought it because I remember watching Twilight with my parents the first time. I watched it with my parents and I loved it and I fell in love with it, and I want to read the books, but I'm just not a huge reader in general, so I want to get more into reading this year. That's like one of my goals. The Twilight movies have gotten me through so much hardship in my life. Although Twilight does have this blue filter in it, I feel like it's so much more than that, and I feel like Colourpop failed to show and deliver that. And overall, I'm very disappointed in this. Even though it did perform okay, I'm not mad at the formula. I'm not mad how it performed. I'm mad at like what they chose to do with this IP that is so well loved and like by so many people, that they just chose to kind of shit on. Like shit on completely with the launch, with the Ulta launch, and then like just the whole collection in general. Like it was just a fumbled collection overall, and while I am glad to have it, I am glad that I got to use it, I feel like it could have been so much more, and I wish like Glamlight did this. Well, I hope Glamlight does this, because like, oh my god, I would love that. But I don't think they are. I think they're gonna do Vampire Diaries instead, and I'm not a Vampire Diaries girly, so please let me know your thoughts on the Colourpop and Twilight collection. I know this was like super, like, it broke the internet, so I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! I hate that. I hate that so much. So now the whole video, I'm gonna be spending it color correcting the video, which is fun for me, but that's just my camera, so. The next items I am pulling out are the Twilight Super Shock Oh god, I'm gonna get it in my eye. For this could be Twilight Zone for all I care. Like this can't. I didn't think I'd think